So next game on our list for this episode is Santiago.
It's designed by Claudia, Hely, and Roman Pelek. The artist is Oliver Freudenreich and Tomasz Larek, and it's published by AMIGO or Z-Man. I don't know what version you all play.
I had AMIGO version.
AMIGO version?
It might have been the same. I'm not sure.
I think it was the Amigo version.
All right.
And what year does that say? Because this is a pretty old game.
2003.
2003.
Oh, man. For a 2003 game, it's pretty good.
Well, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm going to talk about this one real quick. So Santiago is pretty much your kind of like farmers in Santiago, which is a island off West Africa. And the place is pretty dry. It's a 8x6 grid. And you are trying to get these tiles that have certain vegetables on it and put them in places where there's more tiles and to get the biggest yield. So on this game, you'll start off by putting out a blue cylinder somewhere in central if you want a kind of an easier game, a little bit more water access, or out to the side if you want a little bit harder game. You will give this canal overseer to one person to start off the game, and then you'll make stacks of tiles to put out each turn. And you'll flip over these tiles, one per player, and starting with the left of the overseer, you're going to bid on these tiles. And the bidding is a little bit different in this game because once someone bids a certain amount, you can't bid that same amount, but you can bid lower or higher or pass. Once everybody makes their bid, whoever bids the least or was first to pass actually gets the overseer. And then the next round or the next phase of the game is putting out your tiles. The tiles are going to be one of 5 different crops, and then they're either going to have 1 yield or 2 yield. If you did pass, you get 1 less yield. So you're going to be putting it out, and you're going to try to, like I said, group them up to similar crops, and you're also going to try to be next to water. And in the next phase of the game, you are going to try to bribe the overseer in order to place the canal or extend the canal to where your crops might be. So starting with the person on the left of the overseer, they're either going to do one of 3 things. They're going to pass, they're going to propose where to put a canal, or they're going to add to a prior proposal. Once everybody has done that, the overseer is going to choose to go with a proposal. They don't have to go with the highest, or they can do their own thing. They're going to have to pay the bank, whatever the highest proposal was, plus 1. After that goes, there's the next phase where everybody starts with 1 extra canal. Starting with the left of the overseer again, they get a choice to put out 1 extra canal. However, once someone has done so, it ends this phase of the game. And then it goes to the next phase, which your farmland dries up if it's not irrigated. So you lose 1 of your yield, your crops. Once it goes down to no yield, the next round it will flip over. It'll turn to dust. You can't use that part of the game board for the rest of the game. After that, it goes to everybody gets $3 from the bank, and then we start the process over again until all the tiles are done. And in the final round of the game, you will also remove all, or not remove them, but you'll flip over all crops that aren't irrigated. And the scoring happens by having the amount of yield that you have, which is how many crops that you have, by the amount of tiles there are in that grouping. So if you have 5 potato yield and you have 5 tiles big, you get 25 points. Whoever has the most money at the end of the game would be the winner. Tim, what did you think?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Eric is totally reversing this on me.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with Matt first. Did you watch a video for this one, right?
Yes.
What was your thoughts?
Paper money? Really?
Oh, yeah.
2003, Matt. 2003.
That was the first thing I thought. Paper money? Really? Yeah, it is an older game. It's very abstract looking.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah.
It doesn't. I don't know how I would really care for this game. I mean, I don't know the bidding. I just don't.
Bidding
get this
was pretty
game.
unique. I kind of liked it where it's a little bit different from the usual. Hey, I bid 5. You're gonna bid 6. All right. Next person bid 7. So
yeah, I do like because you can combine your bids together. Is that correct?
well, when you're bribing the overseer,
Yes.
you can put your bids together
Right.
to try to get a proposal done. But when you're bidding for a tile, it's like I bid 2, Tim bids 3. It's to you. You can bid 1. You can pass. You can bid 4, but you can't bid 2 or 3.
Right.
Right,
you
because
kinda-
we may have placed crops over here, and we need that irrigation to go west. Whereas Eric put his crop to the east of the starting thing, and then he wants it to go to the east or whatever. And so when you say say I go first and I say I'm gonna put $5 down, overseer, I want it to go this way, and you're like I'm putting 5 more in there. Now it's $10 for this to happen. So you get like a most of the time it's just a little blue stick that will show you where the, like you said, abstract wise.
Right.
But the little blue stick is the water system and which way the irrigation's going. But you get a colored stick of yours and you say, I'm putting $5 down. Here's where I plan it to go.
Right. To propose.
Propose. That way they can, no one can take it back and say, no, I'm meant for it to go here and stuff. You have a clear delineation of where you want it to be. And so we can put our money together to make it more enticing for the overseer to pick it and go that route. I'm just going to say this game's phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah.
It was ridiculously good.
Now I have a couple bad things about it. Like you said, there's paper money. The box size is one of those longer boxes of the older generation of games, and then the artwork's not the prettiest. But
Is that the current release though?
That I'm not sure.
We keep talking. I'll look it up.
I saw a.
No, there's a 27.
Is that the Polish
2017?
one?
2015 one that looks pretty decent.
Oh, okay. I would upgrade mine. I would pick that one up.
I
mean, this one's not bad, but
it was so good, dude. I was like bidding and negotiation. This was ruthless.
yes.
You hate somebody 1 minute and you're forced to work with them like 2 rounds down the road because
Right. You have like temporary partnerships. It's like,
Right.
okay, we're, this will benefit both of us. Let's propose this together. But later on, I'm over here and you're trying to do something else. Well, our past partnership is not there anymore.
Right.
dude, it's so good.
Did you all play with the palm trees?
We did.
The most worthless expansion with the coolest looking thing.
I just
ever.
saw there was a palm tree variant, so that's why I wanted to ask about it.
I mean, it's pretty minor, kind of add on.
It's so dumb. Like, that's the one thing I was like, what? I didn't want to play without it because the palm trees look so cool.
Yeah.
Because it, just adds a little bit of color to the board or whatever. But all it does is give you +1 cube or one value of yield to that tile.
Oh.
Which
is kind of nice. It kind of, like I want to build up here to get to that palm tree, or
it's kind of nice, but the most it could ever be is 9 points, because there's 9 of each tile, and that's considering that all 9 of the same color tile get into the same grouping.
Right.
So it's not. It's so minor. It's hilarious.
You can play without it or with it.
Yeah, I don't even know why it's modular. I guess because I don't know. But it looks cool. I wouldn't play it without it just because how cool they look.
Yeah.
Not that they're amazing, but the point is, like, it is an abstract game, and those little palm trees add something to it.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's really good. The bidding, like you said, the bidding was kind of weird or whatever.
Right.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it works out.
I thought it was super good because it's like, it gives you, like, later on after the board starts to develop, you're like, all right, Eric is going to probably want to go, because you see the, say you're playing a 5-player game like we did, you see 5 tiles, and each one either has 1 or 2 yield on it. I know Eric only wants these 2, and I know that Matt wants just this 1, and I know Jeremy doesn't really care because he doesn't have a stake in any of these right now. So you kind of understand what you need to bid. It's not always about bidding the most. I'm okay with going second as long as, Eric doesn't go before me because maybe he's competing with the same crop. It's just like so cool. The bidding was great.
Yeah.
And the bribing thing was awesome.
Yeah, the bribing is really, really good in the game too.
Oh, man. Talk about... The game does slow down a little bit on that phase.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of conversation.
So I'm like, all right, Tim, this is going to help us. Let's play Matt a lot so we get what we want. And now these other 2 on the table are now going to go into a partnership against us.
I felt like we were playing diplomacy.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. I don't know if every group's like that, but I can't see why they wouldn't be because the way the game operates.
Right.
So phenomenal.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's really up there, probably my top negotiation bidding type of game.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
We'll play it again soon. It's cutthroat.
Who
It's
owns
great.
this?
I
Eric
own it.
does.
Eric
Yeah.
owns it.
And most of your choices are pretty meaningful as well. So, like, you're doing stuff for a purpose.
Yeah. Man, it's so good. So good. Highly recommended. We'll be playing this quite a bit. Well, maybe not quite a bit because we got a lot of games to play.
Yeah.
But
But we'll play it again.
if we could help it, this would probably meet the table a lot more.
Right.
So anyway, any final thoughts, Eric?
No, I liked it. I'll keep mine.
Yeah.
I'll probably upgrade if I have a chance to.
Yeah, I would
I
probably.
would guess it's a upgrade anyway, since it's a newer copy.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It comes in a like it almost looks like a Ticket to Ride style box.
Okay.
Yeah,
Better than long box.
agreed. Well, anyway, that's Santiago.